How's it going, Shaq?
Okay. Just a little peek behind the curtain. My whole setup died the first time we tried to record this thing. Literally 26 seconds in. Just went. So.
Oh, man. God bless our future intern. Whoever has to handle all this.
But, okay. So there's something I feel like I need to address, even though it's a little late. Maybe it's a little late in like pop culture story of the moment news, but It's an all the time in my life. So I just want to tackle it. I've had a couple of people ask me about it and I keep meaning to bring it up, but I forget. Let's talk a little bit about Elmo and Zoe and Zoe's friend Rocco.
Okay.
Do you know, first of all, what I'm talking about?
No, I'm assuming Elmo from Sesame Street.
Yes.
Okay, I know Elmo.
Okay, so Zoe, I think it's Zoe. It is Zoe. Elmo, some footage showed up of
Okay.
some footage showed up of Elmo hanging out with Zoe, who is a little it's Zoe, who's just another Muppety friend. She's got little barrettes. She is 3 years old, whereas Elmo is, how old is Elmo? 4 or 5? I can't remember.
Okay.
They stay the same age all the time.
Huh.
Yeah, they don't ever get older.
Okay.
But so they're playing, and it turns out Zoe has a best friend, and it's a rock, and it's named Rocco. It's just a gray rock named Rocco. And so as they play, they need to make sure Zoe is looking out for Rocco and making sure that they're including Rocco in all of their plans.
Right.
So we got to wait for Rocco. If we're getting cookies, Rocco has to get a cookie. Oh, Rocco has to sit here, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, it bugs the shit out of Elmo. And he is seen as being very annoyed.
Okay.
And I understand that the lesson that you're teaching the kids is what it's like to be, what being annoyed looks like, and that it's okay to feel that way, and things may trigger you or whatever, but, even the best of us, right?
Yeah.
And it's a great lesson because Elmo is truly vexed by Rocco. Hates Rocco, I think it's safe to say. And yes, great for the kids to learn that lesson. That's wonderful. But let me tell you something. As a person with a Sesame Street tattoo who is hardcore about this shit to a certain degree, Elmo is on some bullshit. Here's why he's annoyed.
Okay.
First off, the nerve of someone who's come into a pretty well-established situation, Sesame Street,
right,
and then talk about himself in the third person and managed to get, when new episodes of Sesame Street were still an hour long, managed to get his own segment that was the last 15 minutes of the show. Elmo's World took over 1/4 of the show of Sesame Street at a certain point. How are you going to come in here and get mad when someone wants to play with Rocco? You got your dynasty already. Sit back, chill. You are annoying. So Elmo don't even realize how annoying he is to others, right?
Okay.
And then, so he's mad. And also, Elmo works hard to look like he's learning, and Elmo doesn't understand and all that kind of shit. Elmo knows what he's doing. So I loved seeing that, just someone paying attention to a rock, someone putting up boundaries and looking out for their friend,
right,
and being a good person to their friend is enough for Elmo to get pissy. That's where I stand on it, right? That's where I am with it. So Elmo tweeted some shady shit.
Elmo, what?
Yeah, Elmo, because people started finding these clips and putting them all over Twitter, so it became a thing for like a couple of days.
Okay.
And And let me find this tweet that he, because he did tweet.
How you tweet with 8
Twitter.
fingers?
Okay, Rocco Twitter. Let's see what we got. Elmo on Twitter. What did he say? He tweeted out, "Don't worry, everybody. Elmo and Zoe practice sharing and are still best buds forever. Elmo loves you, Zoe. Ha ha ha." Elmo doesn't want to talk about Rocco. Look, you literally need to see these clips because my man Elmo is going through it. He is truly vexed by Rocco. And it became a huge thing. Like everybody was kind of teasing him. And he took the high road and was just like, "Oh, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, haha, whatever, Rocco, blah, blah, blah." But I know that shit bothered him. I know. And I'm all for anyone who bothers Elmo.
You really don't rock with Elmo like that?
No, because he came through all cocky and shit. And also, he came through all cocky and shit. He's a fictional Muppet, but he's real to me. He's probably the most like a child, right? Just disrupting everything. But he plays that I'm just a kid and I'm discovering things and blah, blah, blah. But I think he's probably a beast backstage.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you see my side of it.
Uh-huh.
So first, even growing up, I never viewed Elmo as a kid. I always thought Elmo was like a really like high energy, like mid 20-year-old art person.
Oh no!
I always viewed him as like someone studying like art, like fine arts in college. Like I felt like he had like if you go to Elmo's crib, I felt like you'd find like a bunch of brushes or like cameras.
Right.
I don't know. That's just the vibe he gave me. Like he was, because he always thought his shit was flyer. So like he'd be like the guy. Like if you go to his crib, he'd be like, "Oh, you don't own a DSLR camera? You just take snapshots." You know, like that felt like Elmo to me, and I was cool with that. I rocked with it. You know, and then when I became an adult, I instantly saw him in one of my favorite people. And to this day, a part of me almost thinks that Elmo is pre-fame Kanye West.
Okay.
Yo, Shot.
Give me your theory. I want to hear this theory.
You ain't think he was a vital character out of nowhere, right? Just like you saying, he got 15 minutes. Jay-Z had 90 million rappers on that Rockefeller label. And they all had to wait their turn when they figured out, oh, Kanye could rhyme too. You know? Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, all them dudes are still tight. Because he is the one that had to watch the throne, okay?
Right.
That's who he had to watch the throne from, okay? Then, surprised with the rapping. Elmo surprised with the rapping. Tapping with Elmo, bars. I'll put that shit on anybody. Nobody knew it. Nobody wanted to like it, but you like it. That shit hit. Tapping with Elmo comes on. I promise you that shit'll turn up the tunnel. Okay? That shit is the truth.
Okay.
Plus, I feel like Elmo always had like, yo, everything's about me shit. Talks in the third person. And I feel like every time I've never seen him lose his temper when he on the show, but I have seen him lose his temper when he's on like adult shit. Like I saw him lose his temper when he was on like one of the Jimmy shows.
Yeah.
You know? It always felt like, I feel like low key he's had ego and we just didn't know. And I feel
some of us knew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I feel like that he's like super first person. He showed up, Big Bird, Oscar, now I'm the star. You know? And that's what Kanye think too. He know Jay-Z's there. He knew they signed Freeway and all them dudes from Philly. He knew Cameron came in the VVP, but he became the dude at The Rock. That's Elmo. I'm telling you. And I feel like if I put in the time to do the research and like I did that like who said it game, I would trick mad people with guessing who said what, and like they would get it wrong. Like, is this a Kanye quote or an Elmo quote? I feel like low key they got real similar lines on a regular basis.
All right, but this isn't selling me on Elmo though.
Fair.
But
You're
I
not a
mean, I
Kanye
just
fan.
think the thing is, I think Elmo works strategically, right? And he got his, and I ain't mad at him. He's 3. He is also 3. He and Zoe are 3. Got it. So he had his people in there. He did, he became big. Tickle Me Elmo. I get it. He took off solo in such a way he became the star.
That's it.
So that's whatever. I may not enjoy. I just, as a character on the show, I'm not as a person, as a Muppet on the show. He's not my fave. I'm not big on him because I think he ushered in a whole era of out for selfness.
Yeah.
In a way that doesn't necessarily help everyone. You know what I mean?
It helped Kanye though.
So what? And now
Kanye
look at Kanye. We want to hold up
himself.
Kanye? Kanye's out there dealing with his own Rocco, and that Rocco is Pete Davidson.
That's fine.
Kanye's lost his fucking mind.
But he gave us 5 great albums.
Who cares? Also, he really only gave us like 4 great. Anyway.
That's 4 more than most people.
Look.
Who got more?
So what? That's great. We can do that. Great. That's wonderful. But I don't know if you should continue to. They're also still problematic to a lot of people, a lot of the stuff in what Kanye is saying, in the way that Elmo's, third person shit is a little problematic. Look, they may be 2 peas in the pod. I'm not sure they're the peas that I really want on my plate right now. Is basically what I'm saying. I don't know if now is really the time to be like all in on Kanye, because he's showing it to be hard and it's okay to not be in on him. You can be a huge Kanye fan and look at him in this moment right now and be like, I'm not fucking with what he's doing right now. It doesn't make you weak to not, you know what I mean? So I don't think you need to continue to hold on and hold up. Yes, he had those things, but what is he doing right now? And how is that going to fuck up the rest of his legacy? When, you know what I mean? So, but basically all I'm saying right now is God bless Rocco. Protect Rocco. Rocco, keep doing your thing. Keep getting under Elmo's skin. Keep bothering him. Make him grow as a person. Elmo hasn't grown as a person.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You're right.
And Rocco forces him to really think some things through. And it's ugly. And I say, good on Rocco. Zoe, you keep protecting your boy, Rocco. You keep making space for him. And you keep keeping those boundaries, and you keep looking out for your fellow rock or whatever.
Elmo, what you doing is ugly, okay?
But
get your shit together.
And also Elmo acts like he's the first cute monster on Sesame Street. Like Grover didn't fly so that Elmo could have his own section of the store. Grover flew so Elmo could be tickled.
Okay.
Put that on my tombstone.
Holla.
Put that on my tombstone.
There you go. Nothing sexual about that either, okay?
Not at all.
Okay? Get it right. And if you ain't know, that's also going to be merch.
That is.
That will 100% be merch.
Grover, let me write that down. Grover flew so that Elmo could be tickled. Oh, boy.
Get your shit together, Elmo. Okay? Calling you out, my G. Okay?
Yeah. The wall is crumbling. Your little protective wall is crumbling. We're learning about you, Elmo. We see you.
Mm-hmm. But I will say thank you for my beautiful dog, Twisted Fantasy. I do think you deserve indirect credits for that.
Who, Elmo does?
Elmo does. 100%. I feel like he saw himself in that dude.
Oh, boy. Well, then, Elmo, I enjoyed your move away from that into industrial with Yeezus, but I am a little concerned about the lyric content.
It's fair. It's fair.
Why do you only like white women, Elmo?
That's fair. That's fair, Elmo. Admittedly, I knew that from the beginning, though. But yes. I do agree. That is a problem.
Yeah, we knew that was the case. We knew Elmo only liked porn stars. We knew that.
100%. Or God, I swear if you looked at Elmo and asked a kid, yo, what kind of women you like, I promise you they would say white women. I promise you they would know that. They know. We see it, okay?
Oh, wow. This has gone off the rails in a very delightful way.
Who was your favorite, by the way, Sha?
Oh, it was really hard to say. I loved so many of them. I hate to pick a favorite, but
yeah, I was trying to figure out. Like, I could narrow it down to 3. I got Oscar. I rock with Oscar. His energy was dope to me.
Absolutely.
Like I really like.
And Oscar tweeted too. He was like, "Hey, I try to get at Elmo all the time, and I can never annoy him. So hats off to Rocco." And I was like, "See, that's why I fucks with Oscar. That's why I fucks with Oscar.
I vibe with his energy.
He sees it. He sees the vision."
Like that dude been grumpy for. I don't know how old he is, but he has to be an adult. Right? Like, you can't tell me you living in that life right there. And you a kid, okay? That dude has like I don't give a fuck energy, and I'm about that, okay? I'm about him. Cookie Monster, you know what I mean?
Sure.
They try to like kill his game, make him eat celery and all this stuff now. Let him have his cookies die at 50, okay? There's nothing wrong with that.
I just looked it up. Oscar is 43 years old.
I love that, yo. That's so fire.
Holy crap. Oscar is 43 years old.
That is beautiful. That makes sense. His energy is real. Oscar looked like he been through some shit. Like, y'all been divorced.
Oscar used to be orange.
Yo, that's beautiful. Pro Oscar. Yeah, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and I just fuck with numbers, so I rock with the count.
Okay, all right.
I was pro count.
I like the count. I like Oscar. I like I like Grover. And I also like the ones behind the scenes, right? So or the second tier or whatever. So you know how Grover always seemed to work in retail or food service?
Okay.
That's how you knew he was a true artist. He was always waiting tables poorly. And he always waited on a guy with a big blue head with just a ring of hair around it.
Yeah. I remember this dude.
I love that dude. Turns out his name is Big Blue or something like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, Big Blue.
But, oh, man. I love that guy. He's super funny to me. I like Prairie Dawn. She was always trying to put together. She always wrote songs on the piano, was putting together performances and all that kind of stuff. Really trying to corral all these personalities. And also, Oscar has a worm. Is his name Squirmy?
Huh. I don't know about that one.
No, Slimy.
Okay.
Slimy the worm. That worm goes everywhere. Do you hear me? That worm has a passport. That worm has been to space.
Slimy the worm.
Yeah. Slimy. When you see him, you're going to go, oh, right. Slimy.
That's what it is.
He's just a little orange and yellow worm, and he just kind of, little inchworm, and that bitch goes everywhere.
Yo, shouts to Slimy.
Shout out to Slimy.
That's what's up. Yo, I wonder if that's where Nori got that slang. A lot of people be saying, yo, that's my slime. You know what I mean? Yo.
Oh, no.
Yo, shouts to Sesame Street, setting the streets up like that. I'm all about this, yo. I do remember vividly, like, thinking that Grover needed spinach. Like, I felt like...
Oh, because he's so thin?
Yeah, like, I felt like his arms was real frail, and I was like, yo, Popeye eat spinach, he get diesel. We gotta hook up my man Grover.
Yeah, I don't think... I think that would be too much for Grover.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's all in the head, and then he had a little pot belly, and then big feet, and I think that's just how he kind of kept it. Kept it moving.
There's room for your development, okay, Grover?
Yeah, he's just one of those. I think Grover's just one of those. You know those guys who are just always skinny?
Yeah.
I think he's just one of those.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Like, even when he old, like, he gets, like, a little bit of a belly, but he's still skinny somehow.
Still skinny. I think he's just, that's his energy.
Nah, I dig it. You know what I mean? Like Grover always felt like he doesn't do it for a living, but if I needed to, he could cut my hair. You know, I don't know why. I just feel like that. Like, yo, like, you know, you got like a friend that like they ain't a barber, but they got the clippers.
Right. Yeah.
So like in a pinch, they would cut you at the dorm.
Yeah. You think Grover? I don't think Grover would do that. I think he would. Grover strikes me as the dude who always has a brush and is constantly brushing his waves. That's who Grover is.
But I feel like you would have more arm development then.
Nah, because that's a skinny dude too.
Yeah,
all you lifting is a brush.
Yeah, nah, I just picture my man Jeff. You're right. Yeah, he thin as
hell. It's always just a super skinny dude just trying to keep these waves in order. That's the energy Grover gives.
Yeah, you're right.
Talking about how he's cute and all this shit.
Oh yeah, you brag about weird shit. Like I never missed 2 free throws in a row at the park.
Like who asked you, Grover?
We had a dance right now, my G. Okay, why is this coming up? Comb your hair.
Yeah.
See, this is why we need more public funding for PBS shows. It shouldn't have gone to HBO.
Yeah,
kids see themselves. All right, in these characters.
That's true. And it's only 30 minutes now on HBO.
Look at that. Robbing us.
But you can still get like DVD box sets of old episodes. But they come with a warning on them like, hey, when you watch these with your kids today, please keep in mind that in the 70s, we just let children run wild. So when you see footage of children by themselves on the train, they're grown now. They made it. There really is. I'm not kidding. That's literally a sticker on the box.
Yo, that's crazy.
The DVD is just, there's a whole disclaimer of just like, it was a different time, basically is what it says. So when you watch this, just know in the 70s and 80s, things were different.
Yo, he got apologies on the rapper.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, my God. Let's get into the news.
Okay.
I got no pivot for that one. I don't
know. No. That's just, I just want to let everyone know that that's what you will see if you get those DVDs, but they're very entertaining.
The European Parliament's new president immediately faced questions on her views on abortion. Okay. Maltese center-right politician Roberta Metsola has been elected as the new European Parliament president a week after the body's previous head, David Sassoli, died suddenly, and she immediately faced questions around her stance on abortion rights. Metsola, who was voted into the post on her 43rd birthday, had served as the Parliament's vice president since 2020 and was elected comfortably on Tuesday's leadership vote, winning support of the 458 of the group's 705 MEPs. She is the third woman to leave the parliament. Although the role of presidency is largely ceremonial, Metsola take on a charge of the bloc at a critical time. She will seek to contain the fractures amongst the group's MEPs. Anyway, while she has been an advocate for LGBT rights as part of the center-right EPP group, the largest political party in the European Parliament, her track record for voting against abortion legislation has drawn criticism from progressive members. In 2015, she said in a joint statement that she and 2 other Maltese MEPs remain categorically against abortion and called the procedure a red line. Lawmakers voted down a non-legislative report on gender equality due to an amendment which said women would have ready access to abortion.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all handle that.
Good luck over there, y'all.
Good luck, man. We ain't doing so hot with it here, so I really have no advice for you. But keep pushing her on it, I guess.
I was gonna say, I was like, just don't look at us. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but we getting it wrong heavily.
We don't know what. We are not the ones to look at. You know, we just babies on this earth anyway. As far as countries go.
We're only 200 years in, 250 years in. What is it?
Yeah.
Right?
Almost 250 years in. We don't know what we're doing.
There you go. Look at that. That's nothing. What is this, like Roberta Metsola? We 5 Roberta Metsolas in. You know, that's it.
Yeah. So, good luck with that.
Yeah, sincerely.
Euro Parliament. I hope you can continue to. I hope she doesn't change too much of whatever you've got going on there as far as your legalities. But
word up. Good luck.
I got no advice for you except, I don't know, make pussy hats. I don't know. That didn't really work for us, but
we had hats shaped like pussies, or they said make pussies?
No, they were supposed to be pink and kind of. I guess the thought was that's the pink pussy power or some shit.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know like that was like a story. That'd be some wild shit that I have to explain all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't. I'm not a pussy hat person.
Yeah, that's a decision.
Yeah, it's just whatever. We could talk about some issues, or I guess you could knit a hat and just wear that while you walk around. No, I was not at a women's march. Why do you ask? I did not go to a one. No.
I support, but I will not be buying that on Etsy.
Yeah,
just so y'all know. But I'll send my $12 or something. That is a better cause than that hat. Facebook faces $3.2 billion UK class action over the market dominance that they have. That's right, social media giant Facebook, now known as Meta Platforms. Oh, they added platforms.
Platforms? Where did platforms come from? When did we add platforms?
Meta Platforms. That's different.
Don't check Facebook for a week. Look what they do.
Yo, we should just sue them for that. I don't even know why we talking about the rest of the article. That name is crazy. Faces £2.3 billion plus $3.2 billion class action in Britain over allegations that abuse its market dominance by exploiting the personal data of 44 million users. Liza Lavdal Gormson, a senior advisor to Britain's Financial Conduct Authority, watchdog and competition law academic, said she was bringing the case on behalf of people in Britain who had used Facebook between 2015 and 2019, aka everybody. The lawsuit, which will be heard by London's Competition Appeal Tribunal, alleges Facebook made billions of pounds by imposing unfair terms and conditions that demanded consumers surrender valuable personal data to access the network.
Oh, wow.
Yo, she about to get y'all this money.
I mean, I don't know who it goes. I mean, a class action, first off, a 3 billion class action suit to 44 million after they pay out everybody involved. I mean, enjoy your check for £12 or whatever.
Bang, bang. You got one of those in the mail? I've gotten like 3 of those, Sha. Like, I'll get like a random check from a class action lawsuit I didn't even know I was a part of.
Yeah. You don't get the emails that let you know if you do nothing, you may.
I got $1.44 from Singular.
Okay.
And the other 2 were under $10. But like the $1.44 like hurt. I don't know why. Like I saw that. I was like, yo, because I think I kept up with that one.
Oh.
Like I think like I saw like a couple letters. It was because Singular was like right when I was in college.
Okay.
So like when like I started getting those letters, it was like, oh, like I'm invested in this. Like this could be my first big money grab as an adult. And then the numbers they was talking was crazy, and they show you the big number. But then I got that little check. And I was like, I can't even buy a slice, yo.
Yeah. Nope.
Crazy. And this was before like the digital deposit. So I had to go to a bank to deposit $1.44, yo. That shit hurt. But yeah, I hope Elijah gets y'all some more than I got. You know what I mean? Facebook got more money than Singular got or had.
I will say this about the Meta name, Meta Platforms now, or whatever. And maybe this is just because I'm an old lady. I'm like Oscar's age, but what just a little couple years older than Oscar, but what we ain't going into this metaverse, right? This ain't for the hoi polloi, right? We ain't all doing this. Right? Some of us have to stay here and like keep paying for the power. Like, right? I don't know. It just feels so ridiculous. It's such a last. It feels like such a last grasp, and I it doesn't even feel like they're trying to pull everyone in.
Nah,
right?
I just want some people.
Yeah, just the people, just some people. But they keep trying to push the name on us like, yeah, we're meta now. And I'm like, the people who use Facebook don't care about your little VR game. Like, we're going to grab everybody's auntie and drag them into the.
Yeah, for real,
They just learned how to use, what are the memojis? Like, they're still building those.
I sent my father a picture of my kids, and he still like responds, okay, thank you, this is your father. Like, he gives me the whole like response signature.
He uses a signature at the end of every message?
Every text, he's like, yo, thank you, this is from your father, Gastor. I'm like, I'm aware.
Yeah, my sister does that too. She has her name, just her first name, at the end of every text message. So we can have a whole conversation and each one ends with blah, 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 blah. And then her name, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, we've been texting for like an hour.
Yo.
I know.
Like I'm like, yo, Pops, I'm like, there's only two of us. Think I text the only other one by accident? I'm going to even ignore that we family. Like, just, you think I found the other gas store and this is coincidental? That I'm texting.
Wait, are you a junior?
I'm a junior.
Okay.
He don't go by gas store, but I'm a junior.
Right.
Nobody calls him that, though. They call him like Leo. But yeah, I'm a junior. So I'm like, yo, like, this ain't luck. You know what I mean? Like, even if I ain't know you, and I found out about you, once I say I'm Gastor also, like, you got to know this convo is like, we don't got to keep introducing ourselves.
That's so funny.
I do. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Do we really think the people who are still attaching their name to every message are going to enter the megaverse?
Yeah, no,
or the metaverse or whatever it is? I'm not going because I don't feel like remembering another password. How about that? I'm not doing it. I am passworded out. I got no more.
That's it, B. I don't even know what my passwords are anymore. I just trust whatever my iPhone tells me. Okay?
Oh no, I write them down, and I think we've discussed this. I know I've had it out with Courtney about me writing down my passwords, but I do it just writing down just to keep them kind of straight a little bit. And when my parents passed away, when my mom passed away, she had written down because she had had a stroke. So she would write down her passwords so that she could remember, or have my dad write them down. And that was very helpful.
Okay.
When it came time to deal with her shit. I was like, this is actually, I may do this. So I went ahead and I do that. I have a notebook that's got that kind of stuff in it. Now, a lot of people have said, why don't you just get a password manager?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because the people that are in my life now who will be tasked with dealing with my affairs are not the kind of people that mess with password managers. They're the kind of people who leave their name on their text messages.
Word up.
So if that's what we're dealing with, I'm not writing it down just for me. I'm also writing it down for my sister.
Listen, when my dad died, I know I'm going to have to go to a basement. I'm going to find a whole bunch of torn out cardboard panels from boxes we got delivered. And all of his invoices are going to be written down on the cardboard boxes. Like, he writes everything on cardboard. When I die, everything's going to be on my iPhone. You're going to have to open up my eyelids one last time, kids. Okay? It just is what it is. You got to scan it one more time. I know it's going to be weird, but it's the only way. Okay? So I'm trusting y'all to do that. Okay? Everything will be in the yellow note. A little notepad. Click on that app. You'll see all the stuff. I'm sorry I ain't leave you more.
Yeah, no, I got a notebook. It's up by my bedside. I've got a notebook with passwords, and I have a index card on the top of my nightstand that in case I die in my sleep, here's where you can find some of the stuff to get the ball rolling. Literally, I'm leaving you all the breadcrumbs possible.
It's gonna be the saddest Da Vinci Code ever, yo.
She didn't make this a game or anything. All this, and all she had to her name was $713. What are we doing?
What is going on?
She didn't even own property.
Half of these, I think, are skirts. I don't even know how to wear this shit. How did she do this? Oh, man. In other news, Navient to cancel $1.7 billion in student debt for nearly 66,000 people after reaching a settlement in a lawsuit. I got hyped at first. I thought that was a nice thing. Then I realized I got forced. Navient.
Whatever. By hook or by crook, fucking stop it.
Word up. Let's do it. Navient has settled the lawsuit with 39 states alleging that the student loan company was acting in a predatory manner when giving loans to borrowers who were accumulating billions in debt at an absurd amount that they likely could never pay back. Per the New York Times, Navient's $1.85 billion deal means the company has to pay $95 million in restitution and cancel $1.7 billion of private student loan debt for around 66,000 people. Navient aimed to saddle certain types of students with private loans, which were extremely profitable for the company. Many of these students went to for-profit schools that didn't have high graduation and job placements. Navient purposely gave private loans to borrowers so that it could get more federally guaranteed loans.
Wow.
Wow, predatory right there.
That is, it's bad enough they're going to the fucking University of Phoenix or whatever it is.
Word up, man.
No, not knocking it, but just saying it is it's a for-profit school. A lot of them are, all the online schools or whatever. And if you're able to go and finish and like improve your life from it, that's great. But my feeling is that you're in the minority, and that's kind of what this just said.
Yo.
That and then but you still had these ridiculous loans on top of it that truly fuck you. That's wild.
This is Greece. I hate hearing shit like that. It makes me sad. That people would. I love hustles. I love making money, but I don't like the idea of like robbing people. If that makes sense, I don't. It feels this is wrong to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am happy that it's being settled. But
I love this down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, is it Navient?
Yeah.
Navient said the case is, quote, based on unfounded claims, end quote, and it didn't do anything illegal. The company's chief legal officer said it chose to settle in order to, quote, avoid the additional burden, expense, time, and distraction. Y'all did that shit. Stop it.
Mm-hmm. And what are we distracting you from? Robbing more people?
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry. You want to get back to that?
Your eye away from.
I mean, this is what you were doing when you were on it, okay?
Right.
You were focused on this shit. I hope we keep distracting you, okay? I'm sorry, okay? We took some of your time away from being criminals.
Right, yeah. Jeez. And now you have to pay. Our bad.
Oh, my God. Finally, the majority of New Yorkers say U.S. is going in the wrong direction under Biden and the Democrats, according to a survey. Warning shot to President Biden and the incumbents up for re-election this fall. Coronavirus fatigue and inflation impacted voters in the Democrat-leaning New York State. Think the country's going in a bad direction. Siena College poll released on Tuesday found that 57% of the Empire State voters said the U.S. was heading in the wrong direction. Only 31% of registered voters said the country was on the right track. Even registered Democrats were split. Only 46% of respondents from Biden's party in New York said the country was heading in the right way under his guidance, and 44% said its conditions were getting worse.
Look, I don't know these numbers. What are numbers? Who, if, you know what I mean? like, I don't know what to do with this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I feel like they literally just ask these polls so that they have more numbers to throw at you on CNN or whatever. Because it's just like, yeah, I mean, things are not going well. Biden and his folks we're not handling this great, and I don't know how much lead I'm supposed to give them.
Yeah, I'm reading it, and I'm like, I don't know, like who would have been doing a good job right now? Like
who was the magic bullet?
Yeah,
like who was the one that could? Who's the one that could have taken care of this? And if so, why didn't they run for president? Why didn't we find that person?
Or why don't they just call? Like, if you got the answers, I promise you, Joe Biden listen to you. Like, just call the dude. Yo, my G, you missed this one. You know what I mean? Yo, open that other door. Yo, here's that. Oh, you forgot this on Excel. You know what I mean? You ain't add this formula or the C column. Whatever the answer, if you got the answer like that easy, yo, just hit them up. I promise you, they'll give you a pin. You'll get a parade or some shit. You know,
also, people talk about it. No matter who is in charge, they're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
No one's doing a good job. First of all, we can't even agree on what a good job is.
Word.
So how are we going to be like, I don't know what a good job is, but I know he ain't doing it. What are you? What? So these numbers are just all, I mean, if it were, if it was a Trump again, they'd be flipped. I mean, it'd be a bigger, right. I mean, who knows if we'd even have the technology anymore to know how to take polls. If it was still Trump, I mean, we would have regressed quite a bit. But if it had been another Republican, those numbers would have been, I mean, like there's just no way to win with these fucking poll numbers. No one's going to be happy. And the country's so fucking divided now. And that question is so like leading.
Yeah.
Like that's not, it's geared, the question is geared for just like right track or wrong direction. You know what I mean? Just like a soundbite. It's not anything that requires thought. It's just you buzz in and you say your answer.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I'm trying to hear right now.
Like, get y'all shit together, Post.
Yeah, like let's figure out then what it is. What are you looking for then? And then let's figure out what would work best for the country and all that kind of shit. Those are the conversations I'd rather we had and really listened and then tried to work out. But I don't think we're in the mood for that anymore.
Yeah,
right. I think we're just right track, wrong direction. I think that's all we are right now.
Amen. Let's get on. Let's do something more productive. Who we got doing these surveys anyway?
Oh, they're always just some weird. Let's see, who did this one?
This is Siena College.
Okay.
The Research Institute of Siena College.
Oh, right, because this is New Yorkers. Also, this is like New York. Whatever. I guess it's New York State. Great. Okay. If you're in New York City, you really have more to worry about, and that is our new mayor. So let's throw him on top of the issues as well. Yikes with that guy. That guy.
Strong tie game, but nothing else.
Whatever.
I gotta give him his prop shot. He's nailing one part of the job.
All right, sure, great ties. He also wears
8 o'clock in the morning.
He also wears beaded Hotep bracelets, so I can't really, whatever.
Yeah, I used to say whole outfit. I've downgraded. I admit, it's getting a little wild with some of the other accessories.
Yeah.
I'm down to the tie.
Yeah.
I don't even always like the knot he chooses. But the tie itself is solid.
We're okay until he wears a giant onk over something. I don't know. Then maybe we have something, and maybe, I don't know if it's going to work out for us. But, yeah, this is a goofy thing, and I don't know if this is supposed to scare Biden into doing something. I don't know what will scare Biden into doing whatever it is. But it works. Usually it's Twitter. Usually he'll come out and or his people will go, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And then And then give Twitter like a day and a half of like, oh, this guy says he's not going to. And then he comes back like, okay, we are going to do that. We heard you. Please still like me. Whatever.
That's it.
Whatever works. Whatever gets us. If we got to bully these dudes, let's bully them. We've been sitting back for too long. Let's fucking bully them.
Bang. The streets is talking. Okay? If you think that Joe Biden could turn it around by bringing back Major.
Oh, no.
All you got to do is like, subscribe to the show, baby.
Oh, Major. We hardly knew ye.
You know? If you're an Apple or a Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. You know what I mean? 4 stars means you're pro Joe Biden having a dog, but you only cool with Commander. You know what I mean? You're an ageist.
No, wait. Didn't that one die? What's the new one?
I thought Commander was the baby.
Commander was the baby one?
Yeah.
And then the old one died.
Yeah, Champ. Champ died.
Champ died. Major's with another family.
Major's with another family.
Why do they keep getting the same dog, though?
Yo, I'm telling you. I think it's a thing. Like my sister's dog passed away last month. That's another thing. And then my sister wants a very different dog. My dad wants the same dog, same name.
Oh yeah, no,
I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah, he's got some healing to do.
Yeah, he's like, I want the same dog, same name.
Don't do that to that dog. You can't put another, because then that dog's not going to be the same.
That's what I told him. I was like, I would even go as far as like, I would say do it if it was like the dog's kid, but it's just another dog.
Yeah, you can't put that. You know, that's too much pressure. That's too much pressure.
Yeah, that dog don't
know what it's coming into.
Yeah. You won't be hugging him too tight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, he don't finish the Perrier water y'all was pouring out for him. A spoiled dog. You know what I mean? That dude was having grilled chicken and Perrier water. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he died, 7 years in, but he lived 7 years of luxury.
Right.
You know? So I feel for my fan, but that dog lived, I told him, like, that dog looked good. You know other dogs with bubbly water?
No.
Nah, it's just that dog.
Also, I'm not sure dogs are supposed to drink bubbly water.
No, he was doing it. He loved that shit. He only had it with dinner, with the grilled chicken.
I can't. He only had it with dinner.
That shit was real, yo. He had a little Perrier water bottle and shit. He poured out little bubbles and shit for dinner.
Oh,
and with the grilled chicken. Real talk, you go to my mom's house for 7 years. If you got there for dinner, you had to wait till he had dinner first. He had dinner at 6 o'clock. He had his little grilled chicken warm. They would put the shit on the grill and season Dominican shit. You know what I mean? My man had sazon on the chicken.
Okay.
Perrier
I'm
water.
starting to see maybe how the dog got sick.
Yo, he was living good.
But you're not supposed to put that kind of stuff on a
peak life, okay?
All right.
He ain't eat nobody else's shit because he experienced real seasoning. Okay?
Okay.
5 stars. You want a dog to live like my dogs lived, okay?
I don't know about that.
All right? That's what Major deserved, okay? Well-seasoned chicken, bubbly water, okay?
He definitely didn't deserve Secret Service walking up on him.
Word up.
Which is, I think, part of the reason why he's with a new family today.
If you have any articles you'd like us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, my name is Gastor Almonte, always with the homie Shalewa Sharpe. This has been a bonus episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace. Once the guns go